I was with the Giants the last 2 years, so normally I get to work probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll be there before all the players get in the building, just in case they need anything. I would do a tape for the linebackers like on Thursday, so I kind of work on my tape. I'll probably most likely work out or something early in the morning. I do those in between 6 and 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Work out or finish kind of my work that I had to do for the evenings, just in case we need it for a meeting or something. Just kind of go back and look over it or finish whatever I need to finish. If I didn't finish it, most likely I'll finish out my work by the end of the night, but just kind of go back through it. Then normally about 7:30ish, the coaches will have a meeting.
Yeah.
Whether it's a unit meeting, like the offensive defensive coaches go in a meeting together, or we have a staff meeting, just kind of go over stuff for the day. The players will come in and kind of lift and stuff from probably like 8 to 9ish. They have kind of open hours. Then after that, I know we were a noon practice team for the most part. So the guys will go to meetings up to probably about 11. Then they had like 30 minutes to an hour to eat lunch and get dressed for practice. Practice at noon. Coaches will come up and watch the film. Players will go and shower, eat, do whatever they need to do before the time's up. And then probably around about
What's up, everybody? It's your boy back again with another episode of Big Boss Talk, the podcast, man. Listen, I always tell y'all every single time I get on this camera, I say, man, we got another top tier guest. And by this time, y'all should know that we ain't doing nothing but top tier guests. And this guest came recommended. I'm super glad that he even had the time to be able to sit down and chop it up with us and just be able to get in and just talk and dive into his career path, because it's quite interesting. Just, I guess, seeing the development, where he's at now. And we'll get into all that. But let me give y'all who I got. So I got MaLeik Gatewood, age 25, career/job. He's a football coach. He coaches DBs now. College degree, University of Tennessee, bachelor's in sports, recreation management. Years in his profession, he's going on 4. MaLeik, say what's up, man.
What's going on, Big Boss Talk podcast, man. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the invite, man. Let's get it. Let's talk, man.
Let's do it.
Let's show everybody what it's about.
Let's do it, man. So listen, MaLeik said he wanted to do his embarrassing moment now. So we only get a few of those. We don't get a lot of we get a lot of 2 truths and a lie, not a lot of embarrassing moments. So I can't wait to hear this moment. Let's see what you got. All
right, so like you said, you always do 2 truths and a lie, so I decided to do embarrassing moments. So It was like when I was around like 4 or 5 years old. I was just learning how to swim.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of older cousins and uncles and stuff. My granddad had a swimming pool at his crib when we was younger, and it was like, man, I was doggy paddling in the little 4 feet.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. And then one of my big cousins like, you can swim. So of course me being competitive, thinking I'm kind of tough or whatever, I was like, yeah, I can swim. I can swim better than you. I mean, he tossed me in the deep end. Man, I almost drowned. My auntie was pregnant. She had to come and save me.
No.
Man, it was just, and then they started, like, it was tripping on me when I got out the pool. So it was like, man, it was like one of the top 3 embarrassing moments in my life. So
but that's crazy, man. He just threw you in the deep end like that.
Just threw me in the deep end, man. And like I said, the most embarrassing part is my auntie, she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't let me drown. My auntie was pregnant. She came at the house. She was scared because I'm like,
and then she had a baby herself.
Yeah, like, that was crazy.
Well, y'all boys wild, man. Boys wild. Yeah. That's what's up, man. We appreciate that. That's a good embarrassing moment, man, because I can imagine you just getting tossed in that deep end and just help, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, right.
So it's crazy.
Right.
But, man, that's what's up. So what I'm going to do, man, I got 4 quick questions for you, man. So it's like, take about 5-10 seconds to answer, man. But I know you're a coach, right? I know you coach DB.
Yeah.
how do you determine a starter, man?
So, like the past 2 years I've been in the NFL, I really hadn't had a chance to make those decisions, but I've learned from some good guys that make decisions. But I feel like with being a DB, you always just got to be disciplined. Guys is, they can get the ball, create turnovers. I like guys that can catch the ball, get picks, create turnovers, causing fumbles and stuff like that. Confidence. I think being a DB, a great DB is having good confidence because every now and then, somebody gonna throw the ball over your head, so you're gonna get caught on. You're gonna do stuff like that. So, and just to start, it just comes from how you practice.
Okay.
Practice each and every day. Trying to prove yourself, trying to get better within the scheme, get better for your teammates, so you can build trust with the coaches. So, those are some of the things I think of. When thinking about a great DB or a starter type DB. So
yeah, that's for sure, man. I wanted to ask that question because, man, I would think that it's hard to really determine like who's gonna be, who's gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? On that 11-man roster come Sunday, Monday night. And who's gonna perform? Because I feel like everybody in the league, like, if you make that 53-man roster, I mean, you got talent. You know what I'm saying? You one of those guys. So for me, I always wanted to know like what kind of differentiates certain players. I know a lot of it is IQ. Just being a football player myself, just understanding like some guys may not pick up on the playbook as quickly.
Right.
Some guys are more, got more, I guess you could say, time dealing with the playbook depending on what system they've been in. So
right.
that's pretty cool, man. And then what's
yeah, I mean, of course that happens a lot in the NFL. I only been there 2 years.
Yeah.
The past 2 years, and of course I wanted to play in the NFL growing up as a kid and all that. But now being on the coaching side of it, you really get to see how transactions are made and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never share anything like that, but
sure.
like you see a rotation of players coming in throughout the league, and players has been there, like you said, has been in certain systems a long time. So those guys, like you said, IQ is the biggest thing in the NFL, I would think, besides your talent level, because some guys almost 40 years old or 44 years old, like a Tom Brady or somebody, he's still playing at a high level.
Right.
So it's IQ is there. So, and then you got certain guys at different positions. If they know what's going on, it's easier for them to be able to be in the right positions, even though the athletic ability has declined a lot. Yeah. So that's definitely a big key in it.
That makes sense, man. You see it a lot in college. It's almost like watching a freshman versus a senior. You know what I mean? Like a senior gonna definitely, he know the playbook. He gonna be able to move fast, be in the right place. He know what's probably gonna happen 9 times out of 10. Versus a freshman is just raw athletic ability. Just
I would hope he didn't took that next step, because with a freshman coming in on the same level as a senior, that's kind of that's kind of gonna get ugly for that senior.
It is. And then what's best athlete you ever seen in person? And then I want the best athlete you probably ever coached. Or one of the best. I know it's a lot of guys out there that are really good.
Like I said, I've been I've only been coaching 4 years, but I played some great athletes. Let me see. I can't even think, man. It's so many guys I've seen over the past 2 years in the NFL, and just guys I grew up with, like, they probably didn't even make it, just like athletic wise.
You got a top 3?
Let me see. It's some freaks in the league, like Darren Waller.
Yeah.
We played them. Man, all them guys from Tampa Bay, Mike Evans and them dudes. I did see somebody that's not playing anymore, but I thought he was like one of the most athletic people I ever seen. I met him Monday Night Football. Randy Moss. Randy Moss is one of my top favorite players, kind of all time.
Yeah.
Man, I can't really even narrow it down. I just seen some
so
of the guys in the past few years. And plus, and I ain't gonna never say my players, man, who I didn't coach is like the most athletic. But all my guys, they get out there.
That's what's up.
The next guys I'm gonna coach gonna be able to get out there. So that's why I tried. I know the next step in my career, I'm going to try to get the best guys, the best character guys, most athletic guys. Like you said, like you talked about IQ guys. I think those are some of the key components of being a great DB or a great player, period. So, I'm sorry I couldn't answer that, but
it's all good, man.
I didn't say it a lot.
I mean, listen, it shows me that, you've been coaching for a while. Like, I just thought maybe it might have been somebody that just stood out to you, but I understand completely. Being a coach, your guys, everybody comes in and works hard each and every day. I've been a athlete, so I understand the
Right.
role of a
Yeah.
coach. So that's what's up, man. And then, what's your goal every day when you wake up out the bed, man? What's your goal, or what you try to achieve every single day?
Well, first, my relationship with God. Every morning I wake up. I think I'm like 300. I mean, not 300, 850 some days into my Bible.
Okay.
I at least read a devotion. Every day. It's the first thing in the morning. I want to start off on the right track.
Right.
Recently, what I've been doing, and you've been a football player too. I've started back try to get in the workout routine just to keep my mind flowing, kind of decompress from the past day and night. Yeah. Start off the day fresh, and then right now I just been kind of working. Right now I'm not with a team, so I just been kind of working football stuff, watching clinics, getting on the board, drawing, no pass and stuff. Then just watching clinics of great coaches that coach and just try to keep getting better every day at my craft. So that's kind of the routine I've been, been having the last few days. So or the last few weeks. Trying to stay into it until the next step of my career. So
that's what's up, man. I like it, man. And then I guess my last question, I know is quick questions, but I always wanted to know how does certain teams, like how do teams handle losses? You know what I'm saying? Like what does a loss, how do NFL teams handle losses, coming in on that Monday? You know what I'm saying? Like let's just say we took a loss Sunday, is it more like the coach like I'm pretty sure it goes down in film room, but I'm just saying, is it like once they hit the practice field, is the air clear like on to the next, or is it like, we running, we conditioning, all types of stuff?
Well, so yeah, that's kind of high school. Of course, we'll condition, we'll do all that kind of stuff, but at that level, it's a job. So the coach gonna correct everything. Different organizations are different. We didn't have a lot of rah-rah. Our coach would come in and correct the stuff. I'll be the same way. I come in and correct the stuff, let the guys know what we done wrong, that past game, what we got to do. And it's a fast-moving schedule, so you kind of got to correct those things and move on to the next opponent real quick. And the guys understand nobody don't want to lose, especially in the NFL where you get certain incentives for having good games and doing, like the players making money, the coaches making more money if you go to the playoffs and stuff. So, of course, nobody wants to lose. So, everybody just put their hard head back on it and just go back to work just the next day and just try to build up to the next week and just be able to win the next week. So every day, taking each day at a time, trying to learn the film, guys getting the workouts in and all that kind of stuff. Then just stacking up the pieces to the Sunday game or the Saturday game if you're in college, so you and your team can go out there and be successful. So,
for sure, man.
I think the guys handle it well and they just come back to work.
That's dope, man. Gotta be a professional. It was one of those things when you growing up and you see, you know what I'm saying, like obviously, like you said, it's very high school. It's like, in high school they get on you the next day, like we had X amount of penalties, so you're gonna be doing X,
oh yeah, that's still happening now. Like,
oh, okay, they still get it in.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's your job, so of course you're gonna be confronted about it if you out there jumping outside, holding and stuff that's costing the team. Of course you're gonna be confronted about that, but it's like, it's not like chew out session. Your coach gonna make you roll down the field, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not none of that.
Yeah, them boys too grown. Okay, cool, man. Well, we're gonna hop straight into it, man. I always like to take the listeners, the viewers from the beginning, man. So obviously, tell us a little bit about, MaLeik, man. Obviously just where you from, and then just, what did you have aspirations being when you were little? Like, did you always know you wanted to be a coach, or was that something that you kind of figured out later in life as you kind of got older? So, take us from the beginning, just kind of like where you from, what it was like growing up in your area, and then, what did you want to be growing up?
So MaLeik Gatewood, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. If you know people from Memphis, we love our city, man. I know Monte is on here with you. I know he just Memphis. I told him he gonna be the mayor of Memphis one day.
Man, Memphis down.
He loves it. Yeah, I love it too, man. But growing up, where we come from, it's kind of hard to, get out of our area. It's a lot of great people, a lot of great talent, a lot of great food here and stuff. Man, but it's hard to get here. And I grew up in a single parent home. Yeah. My dad passed when I was young, so
sorry to hear that.
It's all good, man. But I always had a desire, to keep on more, keep doing more for my family. So, of course, playing football just like every other kid, I wanted to go and play in the NFL. Yeah. So I told myself earlier, I told my mom as a young kid, I'm going to be in the NFL.
For sure.
I didn't know whether I was going to be a player, coach, scout, equipment man, nothing. I just told I was going to be in the NFL. And like I said, I'm real big on faith. So just my faith all the way through to now, just having faith and just putting in the work, being dedicated. Always trying to get better and keep learning. Until where I got to the point where I got to college, I played at the University of Tennessee. Great dudes I played with, man. Some great coaches I had there. So my last year playing, I had a bad foot injury, and I played DB. So, you ain't gonna make it too far if the turf toe kept getting too bad. So I really barely could run. So my biggest thing was to try to help the guys and help myself. Is just keep on learning the defense and learn the whole defense. We had just got a new head coach in.
Yep.
The guy that actually gave me a chance to get into coaching, Jeremy Pruitt, and it was 3 coaches on that staff: Jeremy Pruitt, Tracy Rocker, and Craig Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Coach Fitz was our strength coach, and he told me, he was like, man, I was getting my sport management degree. He was like, man, I think you should come down here and work in the strength and conditioning as an intern.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I don't know. And I had an internship to end my sport management degree.
Okay.
It was like my last class. So I used that internship. I went down there with them. I had played, so I kind of knew how the floor of the weight room went.
Yeah.
Ended up doing that, liked it. Then Coach Pruitt, he brought me upstairs. I talked to him. I was like, Coach Will, my time, I graduated now. My time up.
Yeah.
I love being around the program. I love what they was doing at the time. And I was like, I love football so much, I'm not going to the NFL, so I want to get into coaching. And then he just threw me in the fire.
That's crazy.
Went in there, got a computer, got everything, and then another guy that's been helping me out a lot. I got a lot of great coaches that I had been in contact with, but our defense coordinator, Derek Ansley, he was in charge right now.
Okay.
I ended up working for him, so he kind of taught me the ropes of kind of what it was to be a coach, the day-to-day duties and stuff he had us doing, and just feeding off the other guys around me kept me getting better. We had a whole room of guys all across the country right now, so just that. Then once I was there for like a year and a half as a GA, and then Craig Fitzgerald, who I was just told you about, him and this other coach that I worked with last year named Coach Shearer. Mm-hmm. They both went to New York Giants after like 2 seasons in Tennessee, and then Fitz once again he was like, "Well, we got something open here at the Giants. I thought about you and wanted to see if he was going to come." And I was like, "Yeah, it's the NFL." So there, man. Like I said, I'd had some great guys. Look out for me. Some great people in my life. To kind of help me get to the next step, and plus my own self-motivation and trying to do better for my family. And my biggest thing is just helping people out and creating, at some point, generational wealth for my family, that's coming behind me. So that was some of the biggest things about me. And it was one more.
It's just the last question was, was being a coach something you always wanted to be?
Like I said,
it was just NFL.
I wanted to play, but I wanted to play, but like I said, I'm big on my faith. So whatever God plan was for me,
for sure,
I took whatever came with it. So it's still every day. It ain't peaches and cream, but it's still every day I grind and just try to keep putting one foot in front of the other every day. So,
man, that's what we got to do, man. One foot in front of the other, man. Listen,
one foot in front of the other.
Hearing your story, man, like, it's crazy because every time I talk to somebody, like if I talk to coaches, man, I got a lot of guys I play ball with. They coach, either that's high school, college, they finding their way along this journey. But the biggest thing that I always hear is it's not what you know. Like in the coaching realm, I feel like it's not what you know, it's who you know most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, how many people you able to touch hands with and make a good impression with. I do want to talk to just about a quick question about your time at Tennessee. Who would you play DB, but who would you mimic your game after? You know what I'm saying? Coming through the, what is it, Rocky Top? That's what y'all.
Rocky Top, yeah.
Yeah. So coming through, you know what I'm saying? Who would you try to mimic your game after? Or, that was in the NFL or that has played in the NFL.
Oh, okay. So, man, from when I was a kid up to now, man, I always love. I seen him on the last part of his career, but everybody that's ever been a DB, ever grew up as a DB, want to be like prime time.
Okay.
Dion, and now I'm loving what he's doing. In the HBCU realm at Jackson State. Man, I've aspired to be like Dion since I was a kid playing football. So now I love what he's doing in the coaching profession, and trying to help them take the next step, in their journeys. But him. At first, I thought I was going to be a linebacker for a long time. Ray Lewis is another guy I really love.
That's my idol.
I ain't never grown to that. And I probably say the next guy that's kind of similar to size, stature. They kind of got that same attitude as me, the Honey Badger.
Okay.
That was my favorite players for a long time. So
man, Honey Badger, that's that
dude.
How I
kind of remember. Huh?
I say Honey Badger, that dude.
Yeah. That's who I kind of tried to remember my game after.
Okay, that's what's up. So I knew you played. I look back and I was like, man, he played at Tennessee. I actually went to school with. I'm pretty sure you know Cordell Patterson. I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina, so we played against Cordell Patterson. I went to South Point, so Jadavion, Cordell Patterson.
Y'all had some guys.
Rivalries, you know what I mean? So we played against those guys, and it was crazy, man. And also, Jonathan Hefney came through Tennessee. I'm not sure. I don't know if you know Jonathan Hefney, but he was a DB.
Jonathan Hefney.
He played in the Canadian League. But, as far as like your journey, what does for kids that want to, get into coaching, you know what I mean? Or want to, get into this lifestyle, what's like one of the biggest advice that you can give them to be successful, in their career? Because obviously, like we talked about, it takes, knowing, maybe knowing some people, but also being, your hard work as well too. So like, what's some of those keys to get into the coaching game?
Man, first off, I've had a lot of, I call them my OGs, man. I had a lot of guys that put me on game. I go and sit in the office. Like, it's more than just the X's and O's things. Like you said, knowing people, building relationships with people. I'll sit down and just not for my own game, but just to keep on getting better. I would sit and talk to coaches about certain stuff young guys should do, what it has helped them in the coaching profession, and stuff just to keep getting better. So a lot of guys, and what I've been using, don't act like you know everything. You don't know everything. Just sit there and learn. Be quiet. When somebody asks you something, speak your mind.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to speak up when but just sit back and observe. Observe what's going on. Be a sponge all the time. Don't feel like no job is too big for you to do. When I was a GA, like I talked about,
GAs do everything.
The coach for the chart, he had us doing everything. But I never felt like I was too big to do a job. Grind. Our defensive coordinator I had with the Giants the past 2 years, he told me, when I told him I really wanted to be a coach, he said, what you're doing right now, just treat it like a master's class, a master's program class. So just trying to dive in deep into the film, into, watching what the guys in front of you doing, see if they make certain mistakes, what you want to do and what you wouldn't want to do, how they react to players, like just building relationships with the players. What else? Like I said, relationships with guys on the staff. You never know where somebody's going to be at. And just, with me, it's building authentic relationships. Not nothing just like, coach, if you go here, just take me just because I know you.
Yeah.
I try to build authentic relationships with people, and we talk about their families, and same thing I was doing with the players. Just being personable with people.
Sure.
What else I was to say? just be where your feet are. Don't. And a lot of coaches tell me this too. In the coaching work, guys move around all the time.
Right.
So just do well with the job that you have right then, and then the rest of it to come. Don't be trying to bounce jobs to jobs, and stuff like that. So those are some of the key things. I think that this has helped me so far, and I think will help me, throughout my career.
Bro, those are solid gems, bro. Like I said, I know a lot of guys that want to get into coaching, but one of the things that you just talked about as far as like being present, you know what I'm saying, in what you're doing now, like the role that you got now, don't think too far ahead and don't look behind. It's like take advantage of what you got going on. So
just build up to what's to come. Like every day I'm thinking about stuff that I might do when I'm a head coach one day, but I don't feel like I'm there yet, so I'm still trying to build and keep learning to be better when I get that chance. So
yeah, man. I believe it, and I do want to ask this question because a lot of guys think because they play ball, they feel like they could be great coaches, or it'll come easy to you. Was there any learning curve from going from the field, being a player, to then now being a coach? And I think you mentioned a few as far as like the relationship part, building relationships. I feel like that could be a curve because you genuinely got to care about these guys and really want to put them in the best position possible, when they on the field, and then what they got going on off the field. So what's some of the hardest things about coaching that you had to learn and that you had to overcome in your tenure of being a coach?
First off, like you said, the relationships part of it. I've always felt like I was a good teammate. I never really had a problem with none of my teammates. Was very personable with them. So my personality, besides if we get into it or something, most likely we're gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm just a laid back, pretty cool guy. So on that part, it was kind of straight for me. I just had to start talking to more people when I was like recruiting and all that kind of stuff. Even in the NFL, I just had to meet more people and keep talking to people. The X's and O's stuff was kind of a little different. Okay. Of course, I knew the DB stuff because I always kind of trained myself to know everything that was going on in the secondary.
Yeah.
But this past year, I got a chance to work with the front seven, the linebackers in the front seven. So I kind of got to learn the D-line and all that kind of stuff and blocking schemes and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I was saying keep trying to develop my knowledge.
Got you.
Man, what else? What else? I think it was cool. Football is football to me.
Yeah,
just learning football. But I will say everybody do. I realize more that everybody learns different.
Okay.
So you have to be able to break it down in different ways for different people.
Mm-hmm.
So they can be able to explain it, so they can go out there and play fast and make plays, and just try to be the best player they can be. So that's one of the bigger things I learned, like how to explain stuff. Because I can look at certain stuff and know it just from my
your
IQ,
knowledge.
But the next person can't see it like this. So you got to be able to explain it and just be able to verbalize it and make sure they can understand it. So or draw it on the board or do whatever.
That's what's up.
Film study, whatever.
That's what's up. I feel like for me, I was offensive line, so I'm gonna tell you right now. Coach made everything simple.
We exposed you. If you don't know no plays, we sending that blitz through there.
Hey, now I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I'm gonna know the plays, but that coach gonna have to.
Okay.
Coach gonna have to drop. It's some of the guys they gotta on that front five. You gotta drop it down. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta give with offensive line. It's always key points, right? You got your Mike linebacker. You know what I'm saying? You always probably gonna start somewhere with there. Checking out the front line, they in the. You got bet. But you good, man. But it's either you got 3 down linemen, 4 down linemen. It just depends. So I'm not an X and O guy. You know what I'm saying? I got people that play Madden, right? And they so X and O's with it. They can tell me what I'm doing before if I actually even do it. And I'm pretty sure you the exact same way. I probably would not want to play you in Madden because you know the defense.
And to be honest with you, I tell this to people a lot. That's how I learned football. Just playing on Madden. That's exactly how I learned. And then, like I said, as I went, and got hired, in the coaching realm and playing wise,
Yeah.
I just started learning football more. And then coaches be like, "This is a curl flat, this is a hook curl." Like I'm like, I've been doing this on man since I was like 10 years old. So
Hey, that's crazy, man. So
that's really a cheat code. That's one thing you should add to what we talked about earlier.
yeah, man.
Playing man, that's how kids like. Whether you want to coach, learn, like that's how you just learn playing man. The basics. Learn the basics.
Yeah, got you. That's what's up. And so, what's I guess what is it like on a day-to-day basis, being with a professional organization, NFL, like when you're in season, take me through a day, what your schedule kind of looks like, you specifically.
All right, so like I said, I was with the Giants the last 2 years, so normally I get to work probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll be there before all the players get in the building, just in case they need anything. I would do a tape for the linebackers like on Thursday, so I kind of work on my tape. I'll probably most likely work out or something early in the morning. I do those in between 6 and 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Work out or finish kind of my work that I had to do for the evenings, just in case we needed for a meeting or something. Just kind of go back and look over it or finish whatever I need to finish. If I didn't finish it, most likely I'll finish out my work by the end of the night, but just kind of go back through it. Then normally about 7:30ish, the coaches will have a meeting.
Yeah.
Whether it's a unit meeting, like the offensive defensive coaches go in a meeting together, or we have a staff meeting, just kind of go over stuff for the day. The players will come in and kind of lift and stuff from probably like 8 to 9ish. They have kind of open hours. Then after that, I know we were a noon practice team for the most part. So the guys will go to meetings up to probably about 11. Then they had like 30 minutes to an hour to eat lunch and get dressed for practice. Practice at noon. Coaches will come up and watch the film. Players will go and shower, eat, do whatever they need to do before the time's up. And then probably around about 2:30, 3ish, we'll get in there and watch the film with the players. Players will be done probably, we have special teams, offense, defense, or whatever. Players will probably be done around about 5ish. So probably like a 9 to 5, like regular, like a regular job. Then they'll do their recovery, whatever else their routine for the rest of the day. Right. Coaches will get a chance to eat dinner, then go off for a meeting probably around, what I said, the players get off. We probably meet again like 7 o'clock, and then go over whatever, whether it's a staff meeting or D-staff meeting. We'll go over what we did in practice today, and then the next day, like, say we'll do stuff for third down or something. Or whatever the situation for the next day is, kind of go through that. Coaches that had their cards, and like I said, everybody have their responsibilities, what they need to do. Then we probably leave, and then I'll come back and talk about it. Then about 9 o'clock-ish, you'll be able to go your separate ways and finish whatever work you have, and then you kind of leave from there. So, and sometimes I used to be in the office to midnight. Sometimes I'll leave at like 9. It just depends. And like I said, I always try to work ahead and kind of do my stuff early. So, but it's different. Like, it's not every coaching staff is not like that. But that's kind of how we did it. So
that's what's up, man. Man, you were pretty much working sometimes 12, 15-hour days.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was getting 12, 15 hours a day, especially in camp time.
Yeah. I mean,
you know how that training can go.
I'm telling you, man, you getting it in. So, I mean, for anybody that's watching, bro, like if you're trying to get into the coaching game, man, you got to be willing. Like, you got to really love football, man. Like,
you got to be dedicated. Like, this ain't no play games. Like,
nah.
You got to be locked in because, I mean, Coach Judge was at the Giants the last few years. He used to say something, I know he got it from some great guys when he was in New England, but we all touch each other's money, especially on their level. So I'm dedicating my time to you, and you need to be dedicating your time to doing this stuff on the field because we all touching each other's money. We all trying to help each other eat and help each other's families. So that's why I stayed the long hours, and we all want to win. So Yeah, man. That's it.
I love it, man. I'm inspired, man. Like for them coaches, man. Like, and not only that, like I say, you build a relationship with guys that in the future you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some guys, like I said, they coach high school, and like I know the work that they putting in as far as like impacting those kids' lives, the gems they can give them on that type of level. But I'm pretty sure on the NFL level, you might see some of the similar situations, or you might be impacted by a veteran guy. You know what I'm saying? That might that might change your perspective and change how you look at the game and whatnot. So I'm inspired, bro. I think, what I'm saying, like just sitting down and having this conversation with you, I learned so much. And I think, I'm happy that we got people like you that's, trying to obtain those big goals. And just, right now I feel like, your foot's in, got your foot in there. And now it's just like, keep working, what you already said you was going to do.
Keep elevating, man. And like, that's why this one, I don't know if you can see my shirt.
Yeah, legendary.
Legendary. And you see who that is right there, right?
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali is one of my favorite guys, man. I just love what he did and what he stood for. And man, that's what every day I'm trying to be legendary, trying to be one of the greats, and trying to help my players keep on elevating to the next level, and just keep getting better and do whatever God's will for me, in this profession. So
that's a fact, man. You on your way, man. So last question, man. Well, one of the last ones, just where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because we're going to look back at the tape, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be like, man, we was on Big Boss Talk. We're going to 5 years from now, I'm pulling up all the film. And I'm be like, man, that boy.
Man, I want to, like I told you, man, I want to be wherever God gonna have me to be, man. Everybody got their hopes and dreams, but it ain't up to me. It ain't up to none of us. So
right.
I'm just gonna keep on working, keep on, like I said, put my one foot in front of the other, keep on trying to help people and help elevate my life and help elevate my family. So we'll see. Hopefully we talking big when we talk next time. So,
yeah, we talking big.
We talking next 5 years.
All right, we like it, man. Thank you for that answer. The last thing I need for you, man, is 2 recommendations or 1 recommendation. Somebody that you think could fit the mold of the podcast, could definitely offer us some game. Just help people out, man. I just need 1 to 2 recommendations. If you got them.
I got 2. One of them is I actually talked to him about it once. Like I got recommended, and I knew it was gonna come around. He's a barber in Memphis. One of my best friends. We grew up together. His name is Marcus Evans.
Okay.
I think it's Finesse Fades on Instagram. I really like what he's doing. He's locked in. He's trying to keep improving, keep on. And if you get him on the show, you will see.
Yeah.
Him, and then it's another one of my best friends. His name is Drew Richmond. He's a CFL player, really good player. He played with me at Tennessee. One of my best friends too. Been in the CFL the last 2 years. Had an injury. This kind of changed his life. He never been through an injury, so I think he has a pretty neat story he can tell and hopefully inspire, kids and just anybody that's gonna turn into the podcast. So
for sure, man.
Them just a few. I got so many people, man. I could name, but them 2 guys just stuck out to me right there. So
appreciate it, man. If you can help me out, man, all I need you to do is if you can send me a Instagram profile or however they like to be contacted, whether they cool with like you giving out their number, whatever the case may be. If you could just give me that information, I'll reach out to them. I'll do all the work. Just let them know that I'll probably be reaching out to them. That way they don't, throw my DM away. They be like, I don't know this fool.
Oh, I got one more. I'm gonna send you him too. It's one of my homeboys. He a DJ.
Okay.
If you need any events done or anybody is gonna be on this podcast, his name is DJ AWOL. Man, DJ John Doe. That's one of my frat brothers. But
yeah,
man, like I said, a lot of
you
guys
got so many. Hey,
one of my line brothers. He has a podcast. His name, The Real Wise Team. But anyway, any events, anything, I'll send it to you. Hopefully, you can get these guys on the show. Like I said, I got a lot of guys. It's a lot of great talent in Memphis and a lot of people I know, man.
Listen, man, I'm trying.
I'll send over the stuff to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to tap in with Memphis, man. So go ahead and send it to me, man. I'm gonna try to run my way through the whole East Coast if I can. So just let me know. Send me that information, and I'll get in with them. But MaLeik, man, I want to say thank you. I appreciate your time, bro. It's been a pleasure. And I hope a lot of people that's watching, man, like you say, if God's willing, hopefully, they can tune in, pick up some of the success gems because they in there. You just gotta pick them out.
You gotta pick them out, man. You gotta go and get your pen and paper. That's what I do, man. Like I said, I watch them clinics. Try to get them gems, man, and just keep on learning and keep getting better.
Man, for sure, man. Well, I'm going to let you get back to it, man. Thank you again, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. Appreciate you. Thank y'all for listening.